your work in obtaining classified documents have revealed many things from
É isso aí.
the military coup in Brazil in 1960. And one of the most startling revelations is that President Kennedy, so well regarded in Brazil, was
É isso aí.
insistent in changing, in bringing down the government of President João. You started with the very first time that a conversation in the Oval Office was taped, secretly taped. And President Kennedy started to discuss in 1962, July of 1962, the convenience of getting rid of President João.
The history of U.S. policy in the region has been one of what the political scientists call the hegemonic presumption. The presumption that U.S. policymakers that they have hegemonic control over what goes on in Latin America. That's particularly true decades ago, before the Cold War and during the Cold War. João Goulart simply was too independent for the United States. It wasn't that he was a communist. It wasn't that they felt that he was going to turn Brazil over to the Soviet Union or create a base in Brazil for the Soviet Union. It was that he was too willing for the United States to deal with the other leftist movements and leftist advocates in Brazil, who the United States felt was influenced by the Soviets and would eventually somehow take over power. They would basically push Goulart aside eventually and assume power. Of course, Brazil was the key actor in Latin America then, the key actor in Latin America today. It wasn't a little country like the island of Cuba or a sliver on the other side of Latin America called Chile. It was a major regional power. And that increased the concern of the White House even more. The key issue was that the United States of America and John Kennedy realized they weren't going to be able to control the social processes if Goulart unleashed them in Brazil.
In October of 1963, the State Department contends that an intervention of the U.S. in the Brazilian political scene is not a good idea, not recommendable. But on the 7th of October, President Kennedy asks Lincoln Warren, the American ambassador in Brazil, if a military intervention would be desirable. So there was no turning back apparently at that point.
Well, you have to read these documents very carefully, and this is part of the arts of understanding declassified U.S. documents. The State Department has many, many levels. Professional analysts understood things about Brazil that the political people did not. Lincoln Gordon really was very anti-Goulart. He was one of the key people pressing for a coup in Brazil.